What's up, poker players, enthusiasts, and fanatics? Welcome to your coverage of the 2019 Foxwoods 500K Guaranteed Summer Open, where I, your guy McFloppity, made a deep run amongst the pros. A little preface, buying for this tournament was $600. This is my third big live tournament, and sick brag, I had won a 200K 3 months prior. Same tournament, similar structure. Taking first place in a trophy for 48 grand. This was a 2-day tournament with a great structure, like I mentioned. Due to the 500 guaranteed, it brought a bunch of big names to the area. As you can see, Miss Melissa Singh sitting on seat 9 here. So my plan is to give you bubble and final table commentary as biased as possible. As non-biased as possible, unbiased as possible. I'm just joking. So actually, this was primarily final table. Oh, here we go. We have a spot. King 6 versus King 4. As you can see, the bubble doesn't mean anything to these people, so we get a chop pot here. The button here, he's pretty short stacked, as you can tell. He's looking at his stack. So where was I? So this is actually primarily final table action, but I was actually on this featured table for the whole day 2, so I have about 10 plus hours of me at this table. I start at seat 5 where Mr. Dreads is here, and I bounce over to where I'm at, seat 1, and then final table, I end up somewhere else. But I have about 10 plus hours, and you're only going to get about an hour or 2 here at the final table, so maybe in the future I'll put out the rest of the content. So, of course, we are going to probably start off the serious action, right? We're on the final table bubble, so there's a lot of single raised pots here. You see seat 5, Mr. John, I like to call him Mr. Dreads, here taking it down. But you know, McFloppity is most likely going to start off the serious action. We love to play and get reckless on the bubble. Well, not purposely, it just always seems to happen. The first tournament I had on the bubble of day 1, trying to make the money, I get aces on the bubble after 12 hours of play. Get aces on the bubble. I min raise, and I have a huge stack. I'd say about 30 bigs. And the only other guy that covers me is to my left, and he calls. No, I'm sorry, he doesn't call. He jams. And because we're on the bubble, we have to do the hand-for-hand thing. And so I have to sweat it out for like 5 minutes before I can actually flip my cards. And we both flip our cards, and I got aces, so I'm not worried. He's got aces, so now I'm really not worried. Unfortunately, he has the ace of hearts in his hand, and 4 hearts like to come on the board sometimes. And it leaves me with literally, guys, I kid you not, a chip in a chair. So anyways, we got a spot here. Ace Queen versus Ace Queen 10. But if you noticed, seat 5 actually opened, and I flipped my cards before it got to me. I don't know about you guys, but pro tip alert coming in here. Pro tip alert coming in here. Don't call an all in and then flip your cards with callers behind. Luckily, Mr. John was nice enough to fold his pocket 5s, and spoiler alert, his pocket of 5s would have got counterfeited anyways on the river here with 2 pair 8s, 6s, and my ace would have been good. But yeah, man, sick grind here at Foxwoods. It's fun times. It's fun times. I don't know what to tell you. So we're approaching the final table here. Like I said, bubbles do matter. And Floppy loves to F around on the bubble. So final table here, we got a bunch of big names. If you notice, everybody's pretty deep, with the exception of seat 7 here. But we'll come back to the chip count momentarily. We got huge names on this side of the table, and we're going to start the action with a 3-5-8 board in seat 1, who is Rami Girarde. Will take it down. Seat 2, we have Eric Siegel, Eric Seidel, Melissa Singh in seat 3, Victor Ramden in seat 4, chip leader with 72 bigs, Daniel Weinman, seat 5, John Cautela, seat 6, Tom Kaiser, seat 7, Koop Cho, seat 8 with 71 bigs, and Robin Botard in seat 9, and your very own McFloppity with 36 bigs in seat 10. Where are we at? Looks like we are gonna see a flop. Nope, we are still pre-flop. I need to pay attention, guys. I need to pay attention. It's gonna fold around to Victor Ramden. Daniel Weinman wants to play. The blinds are gonna get away. Flop is 5 of spades, 3 of diamonds, 8 of hearts. Check on the flop. Turn comes a jack. Jack of diamonds, 2 diamonds on the board. Gus brings some backdoor diamonds. Victor's gonna check it again. Daniel says, okay, let's see a river. Victor is going to delay c-bet now. Super delay c-bet? I don't know if there's a term for that. He's friends with Daniel. He wants to have small pots, apparently. Daniel's gonna think about it. He's gonna think about it. And he looks like he's gonna fold, but no, he's gonna see it. And Victor shows ace jack, and Daniel throws his cards in the muck. The dynamics of this are pretty crazy right now. I mean, the jumps, we just missed it, but there we go. The jumps are huge. I mean, it's like a almost $30,000 pay jump, $20,000 pay jump from second to first here. So everybody's trying to make those jumps, those ladders. We get Eric opening here. From under the gun too. He makes it 135-ish, which is like 2.2 the blinds. I'm gonna check it. Eric's gonna fire out the same bet, 135. I am going to hit him with a healthy all-in check raise. I have the... What do you guys think I have? I do not have the 5. I have King 8 of hearts. This board smacks me. I really think... It's funny here because he looks at me and he says, how much you have behind? And I sit back and I said, do you know how much I have behind? And I said, no. He's like, it doesn't really matter, does it? And I was like, I don't know. That's why you see me put my hand up. And he folds. It's interesting. I think he may have folded an overpair. I just think, because I'm in the blinds there, he's thinking I could have 2 pair already or a set, you know. I don't know if... He probably hasn't played with me, so he doesn't know that. I would do that with a flush draw and a pair. Could have tens. He could have. I just think with a pair he's calling, but who knows? What do you guys think? Let me know. It looks like it folded around to Kook Cho, who wants to play, and I will oblige. Seat 1 has came along as well. Oh, it looks like we are four-handed here. We are. I am going to get out of the way. The flop, by the way, is Jack of Spades, 7 of Diamonds, 9 of Clubs. Bet call, 3 of Hearts on the turn. Seat 1's going to lead out here. And we are going to get a fold. Seat 1 is killing it. He's taking a few pots right now. Rami, he's got to be at like 65 bigs. Again, these are the chip counts at the beginning of the tournament, so he's got to be well over 65 bigs at this point. I would say more than that. 70 bigs, I would say. Where are we at? Oh man, Eric Siegel is not happy. I think he is still upset from when I jammed on him earlier, and now Rami is not making it. Not even Victor and Melissa noticed it, and they're kind of smirking. But Rami is not making it easy for him. Huge stack putting pressure on him. Eric's got to be at, I'd say under a mil at this point in chips. And it's gonna fold around to me, and I am going to, I believe I did the 2.2 like everybody else. Seat 1 is sick of me. Rami. I've played with this guy a few times actually. I played with him after this tournament at Encore. I'm not sure if he's a pro, but he's pretty good. So Rami puts the pressure on. Puts the pressure on, but unfortunately I am a nit, and I am not jamming with Queen 10 or any of that nonsense. I had a pretty strong hand here. I won't reveal it quite yet, but we do incline to call. I believe I made it 135, and he made it. Those white chips out front are 300, so it looks like he put 300 on top. And I'm gonna check. You know, I'm very basic at this point, guys. If I have a hand, I'm going to check. If I don't have a hand, I'm going to check. Only difference is when I have a hand, I'm going to check raise you. I'm going to check raise you big. And we're going to tank, we're going to tank, we're going to tank. And we are going to check raise big. It's not quite an all-in, but he puts in looks like 230. And I make it looks like over 600. I think those are stacks of 500, so maybe just a min race. Maybe not that big. But the pot's getting bigger. And I do not show, but I had King Queen. I was going to say the goods, but I really wasn't the goods. But he doesn't know I don't have the goods. I could have been on a set there, and, you know, he doesn't know. So where are we at? Where are we at, I ask, and we are at Eric going all in versus Melissa. Melissa had to wait. I just noticed that Melissa called before that maybe they acted out of turn. But Melissa has the goods here, and Eric could have caught a flush draw. It actually is a pretty decent sweat, unless that's a spade. I think it is a club. Hard to tell. If it was a club, he had the club sweat on the flop, but Melissa boats up in the end. Melissa is just never light. Ace king. I'm lying. There was a few spots she was a little light. But as you can see, we're still, we're actually kind of a real final table now with 9 since we finally lost one. But it's still, I think the play is going to be very limited. We'll see. The board is very, very dry. 3, 9, 9, 5, 7, and ace high is gonna take it. I don't expect. I mean, again, we're so deep here. There's and seat 7. From the beginning, everybody's looking at seat 7 and seat Eric Seidel seat 2 because they are the shorties and short stacks. Looks like Melissa and Victor are gonna get into it here. Yeah, Victor's going for her. Some big bets there. Looks like Victor made it 200,000. Melissa calls. Again, the film is sped up a little bit, and Melissa didn't like that one. She thinks Vic pulled a smooth one over on her, and she knows what his play and his range looks like in certain spots. So. I'm gonna fold. Seat 1 wants to come along. Rami. I don't know if I hyped up this table enough yet, but there's millionaires at this table, guys. I don't know. Rami is not effing around, guys. He is trying to take as much advantage of the small blinds, small stack, and I'm not sure how much experience Kook Cho has, but he's got a very big stack in relation to the table as well. So he doesn't really want to get, especially if he's not that experienced in relation to Vic and Daniel, the millionaires at the table. And I'm not sure, but based off of seat 1's play, I don't know why I keep calling him seat 1. Rami's play, it seems like maybe they are targeting him because he's got a big stack. So yeah, maybe he's sick of it. I'm sure the dynamic is weird when you're watching it and you're not at the table. At the table, you're just you're playing the game. You're looking for tells. You're trying to get bluffs through. You may not necessarily see the dynamic between two other players until you're actually watching it, on screen. So, did I just fold my big blind? Oh yeah, they're coming after me, huh? I didn't even notice. I'm sure in real life I noticed. So the short stacks now are going to be Daniel, who knows how to operate off a short stack for sure, and still seat 7, and also seat 9, Mr. Hoodied Up. I don't exactly remember this hand, guys. But looks like I am gonna fold here. I don't remember it, probably. But anyways, the board is deuce of spades, 10 of spades, 4 of clubs. Bet 100K first time, called 100K the second time on the on the turn, jack of hearts. And he shows deuce 3 of diamonds. I do remember this hand. And a pair of deuces is not going to be good. I don't know. He didn't even really go for it on the river there. So, maybe, I don't know. I am not sure, but the payouts are continuously flashing above. I haven't mentioned them once. If you guys have not been paying attention, first place is taking 91,000. Second place is taking 57,000. Third place is taking 41,000. Fourth place, 29,000. Fifth place, a whopping 23,000. 18.5 from there. And that's all we're really worried about. I mean, we don't plan on taking anything less than 7th, which is 15 grand at this point. We have a very nice stack. We started off with 36 bigs. We took a nice 27 pre-flop, probably about 500K off of Eric. Early on, and we've been folding pretty much everything else. We hit Rami with a nice check raise as well, so we're doing probably pretty well here. Blinds did go up since then, but the structure is just great. It's just these blind levels. I haven't really talked much about it. Ooh, look at this flop. We have a 6, a very nice monotone flop here. 6 of diamonds, jack of diamonds, queen of diamonds. Melissa loves this flop. She is going to bet out, and she is going to get the call. Oh, we are 3-way here, guys. The 4 on the turn and the 3 on the heart of hearts on the river are going to basically not improve this board unless they had some weird type of 5-7. So we're really looking pretty polarized. Either somebody flopped the straight, they have a set, or Asian kid bets out anyways. And I think that was an overcall by Vic. Those chips are too big. And yes, Victor flopped the straight. Flopped the flush. I'm not sure what the kid with the mohawk had here, but Melissa definitely had an overpair. She said she mucked as well, so maybe she had kings or something like that with the diamonds. But very interesting board there, and Victor now is just demolishing the table. He's taken, a big chunk out of both players there that had comparable stacks to him, Melissa and Kukcho. So I think now, if I was Victor, I just run over the table. Since he has position on Rami here, he kind of just runs over the table until the short stacks get it in, like Mr. Daniel here, and that is what's going to happen, but Victor doesn't want to go. Oh, and we are finally gonna maybe, possibly, kinda see an all-in from seat 7. OM seat 7 is not playing around. He is ready to go. He has waited all tournament to get called by Melissa. And, you know, Melissa's got the goods always. John's gonna say no. He is gonna show King Jack, and Melissa has him dominated with the Ace Jack. 9 of spades, 10 of diamonds, deuce of spades, 7 of spades on the river for the sweat, because, you know, it's always a sweat, and no spade on the river for OM seat 7. And then there were 8, folks, and then were there 8? There were 8. We got Mr. Barkley shuffling it up for us. And under the gun says no. I want to take a look. We're gonna do more than take a look. We're gonna make it 160. Nope, more than 160. What is it? No, it looks like 160. Oh, what is this one? This one was... Nope, this one wasn't the one I'm thinking of. This one goes to the... I'm not playing around, people. I am waiting for Daniel. I know Daniel knows how to play, but I also understand that the guy to my right has no chips, and Daniel is also fairly low compared to my stack. So I am gonna camp it out. Fold to Melissa. Melissa's gonna min raise, looks like. And we are gonna get an all in. Mr. Hoodie Up Robin is not playing around. Whoa, and he gets it in on the best. We have a Jack 9 of hearts versus a... Actually, flop's not bad. A 10 would have gave her the straight, but he just flops the goods with King 8 on a 7-8-8 flop. Ace of diamonds on the turn, 6 of diamonds on the river. Trips for Mr. Robin, and he's going to get the double up. He's back. Now he's healthy stack. Oh. Kukcho is gonna take down the pot with a... I think that was a nice little pot too. I think there was a couple people in it. I think it was a nice steal. Kukcho still doing pretty well over there. He's got a nice big stack of whites over there. Probably about 1 point. The blues in his hand are the ones I'm talking about. He's got a stack of whites over there that are probably just as big as the stack of Victor's whites on top there, if you see. Probably worth about 1.5 mil-ish. Everybody's still pretty healthy except for Daniel and Robin. And myself, actually. I'm getting kind of short, too, I would think. And we are going to see a turn here, sorry. We got 8, king, queen. And the turn doesn't matter because Victor is going to take it down like he does. Still another 30 minutes until blinds go up. And everybody's pretty deep still. Oh. The now new seat 5, Mr. John, is going to open. Robin will oblige with a call. And oh, we have some overlay here. Where are we at? Is that the one that Victor took down? No, we are good. That last hand was just, I guess I started it at the wrong spot. Who takes this one down? Yeah, sorry about that. I messed up the footage. So I basically skipped about 2 minutes, but I don't think anything happened in those 2 minutes. Basically, right before that, as we saw, John had raised and got the steal, and it looks like him and Robin got into a pot there, and whoa, Victor, oh, that's just his blind, right? That is just his blind. Oh, that's right, there's the big blind Annie. He's playing double. So even more, like, that's almost a thing that people will come back to poker and be like, whoa, I forgot about this. I forgot this existed. This big blind Annie, because everybody's playing online now, so it's like, oh yeah, they're paying the 10th of the pot every time, sure, whatever. It just comes out, they don't even see it. It's like a freaking direct deposit out of here, you know. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying, out of your check, oh man, that's gonna be hilarious when people go back to poker and like, oh yeah, this big blind Annie thing. Yeah. So, Robin and Mr. Dredge get into it. Robin and John get into it and see a board, and Robin's able to leverage John off. John is a good player too. He put me to the test earlier with, like, I had King Jack and the board comes out King Jack of hearts and the board comes out King and 2 hearts. I'm like, this is an amazing board. So I'm like, I'm gonna check raise him because that's my only move in my arsenal apparently. You know, and it did not turn out well, because just because it's my only move in my arsenal doesn't mean I am not a thinker. I'm not a studier. I know what's going on. Oh man, and here we go. Kook Cho has had enough. He is sick of Daniel and Victor bullying him, and he decides to jam under the gun too. And I say, nope, I am a nit, and I am waking up with a very nice hand. And Daniel really doesn't like me. He has to slow roll. Another person's all in. I'm just joking. Daniel's a great guy. I played with him right after at Encore. And yes, Kook Cho decides to jam the Jack 10 suited. He feels it's good enough versus my queens that I woke up with. But unfortunately, I know queens is a very good hand. Yeah, so you're going to get a huge double up here. Like, very huge double up. I mean, we had 36 bigs and we won 2 pots, I'd say. Stole another. Probably hit about 40 bigs. blinds went up, dropped back down to probably like 36 bigs, I'd say. And he is going to give us the absolute full double up because he has the chips. It's going to leave us somewhere around 72 to 75 bigs. He doesn't think he... I mean... I don't. Did he? He must have not. He must have was praying for it to get through. This is the same guy we saw try to get crazy with 2-3. But that's the thing. He didn't try to get crazy. He just had. He just. I don't know. He just wanted to play 2-3 passively. So I don't know. So we get a huge double up. Those two stacks that I have in my hands right now are all whites. 100K chips a piece. If I didn't talk about the denominations of the chips already, the whites are, and they're very hard to compare. They're very hard to separate from the blues. But if you can make out the whites, the lighter colors are 100K. That's my stack in the back. There's 100K. All the reds, the orange, are 25,000 chips, and the blues are 5,000. Yeah. So Vic and Daniel are smiling and laughing it up over there. It could be on poker related. I'm just trying to create the villain. Sorry. But we are very healthy. And we can do nothing but sit back and relax at this point. Again, we have, this is our third tournament. Again, we study and we know the spots that people take, and you know, but we by no means are a pro. It's just very soft play up here on cloudy Connecticut. So we have a raise from Victor. Looks like a call from Melissa, a raise from Victor, and then a jam from John here. So this would be interesting to see what happens with Victor. Victor's counting his chips like he's pulling off chips off his stack, like he's ready to go here. And it's a no. We are going to get a nice healthy pot. Mr. Seat 7, John. And yeah. We have ourselves a game again. He was getting pretty short off that hand. He looks like he dumped a bunch of his white chips to Robin there. But he takes a nice steel uncontested pot down there with the Stallone over the top race. And now it really doesn't look like there's many short stacks. Maybe Melissa is shorter than I think over there. She's got... I would think everybody's stacking their hundreds and their 25, their orange chips and 500K stacks. All right, so if that's the case, then Melissa's got 2.5 million over there, which is not great, but it's still not bad. You know, she's working with like 30 bigs, 31 bigs, and she definitely knows how to navigate that. but with no white chips in front of her, it might feel like she's, not as deep. Looks like she's fanning some chips there. Those might be whites. And me, I just order a Pepsi. Sitting back on my 70 bigs. Meanwhile, letting the pros do all the work, battle it out. Man, it pays to be a knit, guys. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it pays to be a knit. So where are we at? We are at Mr. McFloppity. Under the gun says no. We are fine. Yes. That's the other thing about Foxwoods, guys, man. This table, it's cool. It really is a cool final table. I'm not gonna lie. But it's literally been the same camera setup for the last 10 years. There's no commentators. We gotta fix this. I know it's a little bit different. We're on an Indian reservation, but oh, Victor is not happy. He has to fold his ace king, it looks like. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's where we're at for Foxwoods. We're gonna improve after this COVID stuff, though. We have the room, we have the the capacity to hold tons of people, and the ceilings are huge. So, COVID shouldn't be a problem there. I mean, there's literally birds that go fly in and out of there. I'm really pushing for Foxwoods to come back strong post-COVID and just crush it with the tournaments. And hey, if you guys need a commentator, I'm happy to. McFloppity's happy to come and I won't even play poker. I'll just come out there and commentate. Set up get a couple feature tables, and I'll commentate on 3 at once. Let's go. So where are we at? We are at the big blind, and we want to see a flop versus Melissa. Oh, this is not a good idea, huh? And we see a flop of 4 of diamonds, 7 of hearts, deuce of spades. Melissa checks back because she is a boss. She really is. I mean, I'm just stupid, so I don't know that she can have strong hands in her check back range. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna fire because I know that. At least I know that this board smacks a small blind, big blind range. But Melissa is just too smart. Balancing live, people. I wonder if, I'm looking back at it, Foxwoods has so much promotions going on. 1.2 million guaranteed, and there was another one right there, 900K guaranteed. Nice prize pool. I'm wondering if those tournaments happened with this whole COVID thing. I'm guessing they did. I want to say I actually played in the one. Something was weird. Was it the 1.2? I played. I think that was it. That they did. I think that was the very last tournament they had. That 1.2. A buddy of mine took it down. Actually, shout out to Goose. Took it down pre-COVID, then disappeared. Fucking COVID, man. Seriously. Yeah, 90K guaranteed. So this was. What happened here? Was this the interesting one? No, this wasn't the interesting one. Spoiler alert, if you caught that. already a lot of, because my blinds and Rami's blinds are in. John says no. Kook Cho is going to show King Queen. I mean, it's better than the Deuce 3, I will say. And I, unfortunately, cannot sit any longer, and I need to go take a smoke break. It's embarrassing. A lot of I shouldn't even say embarrassing. It's really not embarrassing. So many smokers out there. But I'm proud to say that I am 100% not a cigarette smoker anymore. I do not need the tobacco. I do not. Over a year non-smoking. It's crazy. I remember I needed to smoke every second. It was killing me. It was killing me. He just folded me out of turn. I don't know. No, actually, that's not true. You have to be at the table. That's definitely a rule of Foxwoods. If you're not at the table, you get folded automatically. And Kook Cho has had enough. He is tired. At this point, it is very late at night. It is, I'd say, probably 2 a.m. I literally, I don't even want to. I don't even know if I want to say all that. I don't want to say it. I don't think it spoils much, but I didn't get home till 8 a.m. So it's got to be like 2 a.m. at this point. And Kook Cho is tired. I don't blame him. And he is going to jam. And he is, I don't know what he is, but he definitely got called by Daniel, who has jacks. And the flop is 4, 10, 7, and an ace on the turn, but a jack on the river will seal the deal. And Daniel scoops the pot like he knew the jack was coming. Beat him on the river. It is dirty. It is dirtier than dirty. And I'm not even here to see it. I have to see it on tape later. Jacks on the river. I don't know. Insert catchy punchline there. I'm sure Daniel said something hilarious. Daniel is a fucking hilarious guy. I have one line from him that is just the funniest thing, but I don't know how people will view it, so I just won't say it, but it's just funny. Hit me up if you want to know what it was privately, so I don't bash him publicly. It's funny as shit, but it's just, and it's really not even that bad. It's about poker. It's not derogatory or anything like that. You know, it's just funny. And I don't even think he would mind if I said it, but John will say, I don't know. I just come to play poker, bro. And we lost Barkley. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we got a new dealer here. And he is on it. Folding me right away. Calling people's. Oh, and here comes the fun one, guys. Mr. Kook Cho decides he is going to no-look all in right as I get back to the table. I say, I know how to play against a random hand. They count it out. It's pretty funny. He's got under 10 bigs. It's probably like 6 bigs. 400,000 I throw out. I'm gonna call. I like my hand against a no-look range. I came back at the perfect time to hear him say I'm all in, and it's perfect because you see his cards are not touched and he dropped his chips right on top. Victor says, I also like my hands against a no look range, and I have 80 plus bigs. Why not? Victor's a pro. He knows what he's doing. He can navigate. Pre-flop. So we get a deuce, 3, 7, 2 hearts. This is actually a huge sweat. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. He has the 2 of hearts and the 4 of hearts. Now he has an open-ended flush draw. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Victor was passive, and I have a king. And a pair of kings is gonna do it. So I scoop a huge pot. 2, 4 of hearts. It was like almost the ultimate sweat for him to, like, you can't even write this stuff, people. 2, 4 of hearts. The flop comes 2, 3, 7 of hearts, 5 on the turn. King takes it down on the river. It's like, that's an online hand right there. Right there. And because Victor decided to donate to the cause as well, we scoop a huge pot. I mean, that was 1.2 million easy right there. So we are in great shape, and we've lost a player. And if you guys remember, he came into this table with almost just as much as Victor and them. What was it? It was 71 bigs. He was in second place, so that was huge. And yes, people, that absolutely puts us in second place. Absolutely puts us in second place, at least. I mean, Victor has more orange stacks than us, but we have him crushed in whites, if you can see. So where are we at? We are just counting our chip stacks. You guys may notice there's a shiny like card protector. I don't know if you guys noticed it yet. But it is my lucky DK token that I actually got out of a remember those Wonder Balls? I don't know if you guys remember those Wonder Balls, but that is my lucky DK token, and it has won me 2 poker championships. So anyways, Victor is all in here. He has had enough of the shenanigans. He has realized that I may be in first place right now. He was watching me count my chips nonchalantly, and he does not like it. He is gonna raise, it looks like 700,000 here. Putting max pressure on Robin, who limped in. It doesn't look like a limp. It looks like 275 he came in with. Melissa has chips behind though, so that I'm missing something here. Maybe that was just 75 and too big. 8. Oh, no, something's wrong there. Maybe was that the only way you can do 80? No, there was 2 white. Maybe one was white, one was wrong. I do not know what happened there, but Victor takes down the pot. It seemed like maybe Melissa. I'm not sure what happened there as far as action goes, order of things. Because it looked like Robin raised and then Victor jammed, but where does that leave Melissa? Because she looked like she was in it for the minimum amount, so I don't know. But yeah, we are very healthy. I mean, we have 2 million right up front in whites, then probably another 700. Is that 2 million? 100,000? Yeah. No, I don't know why I'm saying 2 million. I mean 2. Yeah, 2 million. And then probably looks like another 7 or 800,000. So that's like 2.8, and then we have at least 4, 5 stacks of 500,000. So it's another 2.5. So it's like 5.5 there plus blue. So we'll say we're at like 6 million. And we get a deuce, queen, 9, rainbow flop. And we are heads up with Victor and John. John's going to throw a 375,000 bet on the flop and then take it down. Even at this point, we're still, seeing not very many, crazy spots. People are just betting and taking it down. Like I said, everybody knows besides me, because I'm definitely not a pro. I mean, I know some things, but I keep saying definitely not a pro because obviously all my buddies that I play with at my home game and everybody that I've known in my life, once I've, won a couple poker tournaments, they now want to call me a pro. And I think it's just funny because, obviously I'm a pro to them because they don't know what I know. They don't study. They haven't seen these spots. They haven't played enough hands. But to these real pros, but Daniel had like 7 bigs or something at one point, and he's just like casually hanging out with his buddy Victor. They got like side bets going on. The side bets are hilarious, like last longers and stuff like that. And I think that's where he told his joke, and I don't even care. I'm gonna say it. He's like, no, it wasn't there because he said it earlier in the tour. I don't know, maybe, no, I think it was right there, actually. But anyways, he looks over it. I forget what we were talking about, but it was basically like they were talking about this, somebody mentioned a chop, right, at this point, and what's happening here? This flop seems deuce 6. Sorry, I'll get back to my joke in a second. We got pot 3-way here with Melissa, Rami, and Robin, and Robin's gonna check, and Rami's gonna fire out, and Melissa is going to call. Robin is going to fold. We're going to see a turn. The turn brings the queen of clubs. Rami is going to fire out again, it looks like. 400,000 this time. It's a big pot. Melissa gives him the stare down. She does not want to give up here. I don't think this board really isn't a and she gives it up. This board really isn't a board that's gonna have many draws, or it's pretty dry. I would think Melissa has a lot of pairs there if she wants to continue, but I would think she would raise those pairs on the flop. I mean, I don't know. She's way a better player than me. She's balancing her range. She's trying to set up traps. I could see her trying to trap with tens there, but kind of also, not trying to value own herself if an over comes and get away with it like she did. So I don't know. I mean, who am I? Anyways, Rami takes down the pot on a very weird board there. There was some flush draws that could have been there, but maybe Melissa did have a flush draw. She just gives it up there. I don't know. Rami is putting max pressure now. Pretty much any time it's going to hit Robin, people are going to put in their chips. Same thing with John as well. People are definitely going to be trying to put pressure on him. The last pay jump was $3,200 or something like that. Yeah, 3,200 pay jump when the guy jammed with with 2-4. Crazy. I mean, honestly, if he was smart and he just limped in there, I shouldn't say if he was smart. I'm not saying he's not smart. If you guys got that. Rami's gonna take down another pot uncontested. 5 queen deuce. This guy hasn't lost a pot yet. But anyways, it looks like we are about to go on break. But yeah, with his hand, the kid with the mohawk, the Asian fellow there, if he had just, I think he had under 10 bigs, but I think it was still like 400,000. So, I mean, the blind's only 80,000. If he made it like 160, or maybe he just limps to try to control the pot, and then he just jams the flop, I'm gonna fold my king 10 because Victor's behind me. And then, I mean, maybe Victor calls, but I don't even remember what Victor had, but if Victor had nothing, then he would have won with a pair of deuces. So, it's all about lasting. It is. Even with the, sorry, I had a moment there where I was thinking back to my chip in a chair moment with the aces versus aces. I was literally on the bubble, but because when I jammed it into the other guy who got the four hearts on the board for the flush, it literally left me with a small blind, one chip. And I went to day, I kid you not, I went to day 2 with literally like 5 chips. I had, was it even, I don't even remember what happened. I want to say that I had a few chips going into day 2 because I must have, oh, that's what it was. Because the way Foxwoods tournaments work, you don't end day 1 until the clock runs out. So even if the bubble bursts, you still have to play. So the bubble bursts, and I make the money on day 1. Again, this is not this tournament. This is another tournament. This is the first tournament. It's at 200K. So even though the bubble burst, I had 1 chip, but I made the money with 1 chip, and then I jammed that 1 chip and I doubled up. But I went into day 2 with like literally 1.5 big blinds, like 3 chips. People are looking at me like I'm crazy, and I end up jamming. I fold my. I start off in the small blind, and I fold my small blind, and I basically fold for 5 hands, and I get pocket 5s, like under the gun 2 or something like that, and I jam them with fucking 1.5 big or like 1 big basically on day 2. I've already made the money, so it's just like whatever, pocket 5s, it's time to go home. And some guy calls me with Jack 9, right? The flop comes out Jack 9, like Ace King 2 or something like that. He hits his 2 pair. Standing up to leave, the guy goes flush. I look down and I had the 5 of clubs and there was 4 clubs on the board. Didn't even notice it. And it was like almost the same exact thing because the aces versus aces 4-card flush hit me. It was like karma. And I turned that, because another guy called too, I think. I turned that into like 5 bigs and then doubled up again, and I won the thing. First place, 48 grand. Fast forward 3 months later, and we are at a final table at Foxwoods again, playing with millionaires. It's great. Only game in the world where amateurs can play with pros. Well, there is golf. I know. People don't want to hear. I just like to razz on the golf guys. Everybody, I have a bunch of golf buddies that like to give me shit. Like, black people don't golf. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys know, but black people run every sport. Golf, poker. Though Tiger had a little down spin. He's still known as the best, as the GOAT. Alright? Sorry if I missed a few hands. Where are we at? We are down to 7. Folds around to the button. I'm on the blinds here, guys. What are we gonna do? I am not gonna play. Mr. Johnny here is very good at the polkas, and I am not trying to get involved. He's very good at the pokers. I don't think I even finished telling you guys that hand where he just like min-raised bluffed me because he thought I was bluffing. Like, the more I think about it to this day, I'm like so angry I didn't call him. So it looks like we are gonna go here. Robin has had enough. He has figured it. He has made enough money. He is gonna go all in, and he is gonna get called. King Queen versus Ace Queen on a 7, 10, 8, 10 deuce board. And Robin will double up again. Ace Queen will hold. Yeah, so he was like basically in position. I had King Jack. Board comes out King. I had King Jack of Hearts. Board comes out King 2 Hearts. Because it's the only move in my arsenal, and decided I'm gonna check raise this guy. And so that's what I do. I check, and he bets out something small, like a quarter pot, and I fucking think I'm cool, and I check raise him. The blinds are a lot less at the time too, but in relation to my stack, it was just crazy. But anyways, long story short, I check raise him. He bets out quarter pot. I check raise him. I don't remember the blind denominations, and then he just like tanks for like almost a minute. And I'm thinking he's gonna fold, like he's on a flush draw, which I'm hoping he is, you know, because I got the king high flush draw. And then he just min raises me instead of going all in, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, it was like something so subtle, like he bet out like, you know, bet out like, I don't know, say the pot was like 200K at the point. He bets out 50, I bet out 160, and he min raised me to like 350. And I'm like looking at him like 350. I only got like a million. I don't want to call off a third of my stack if he's got aces or a set. And not realizing I'm an idiot because, you know, I have so much equity still with my flush draw. And I'm like, it just took me by surprise. So it just took me by surprise, and I was just like, all right, I'm an amateur, I'm an idiot. Let's show you, not even just fold, tank. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Tank with my face in a way that you know it's excruciating for me, and then fold face up to show you how good your move was. Even Melissa, when I did it, she was at the table. She was like, wow. I'm like, oh my goodness. What are you gonna do? We have a spot here, no? What am I? I decided to call, it looks like. Daniel's gonna put me to the toss, 500K. Looks like Victor called as well. I'm wondering why he didn't just jam here. Oh, wait. Who is it on? Is it on me? Yeah, it's on me. His chips are in. I fold. And Victor's probably going to fold also, I would assume. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know why he won't just... It makes it 500K. Why not just jam? Is he trying to get value? Whoa. Good old Foxwoods camera. Just trying out this blur effect. Oh, Victor's got to count his chips to see if it was worth it to take his best friend out. I'm just joking. They're not best friends, but they've played a lot together. Maybe they are best friends. I don't know. And it's a no. And then there were 7. Guaranteed $15,000 at this point, guys. Only way we are going is up, though. But we have a huge stack, and did I not tell you guys the joke? I'm so bad. And what is going on? We are going to get it in. Ace-Queen suited versus Jacks. And the Ace-Queen gets there. Backdoor clubs for Mr. Victor. And nobody looks surprised at all. That was not a bad beat at all. Regular poker stuff. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then there were 6 people. Wow. So that puts Victor very much up front. He's got 2 20 stacks of 100Ks up front. So that's 4 mil just there, and then he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, 10 mil right there behind, guys. Yeah, wow. We get into a pot here with Daniel, it looks like, and the flop comes Jack, King, Jack. 10 on the turn, and it does not bring a flush draw. But he's got something like Queen. Oh man, getting funky with it. Jack on the river. I do not remember this hand at all. I bet out on the turn, and Daniel calls me after the flop goes check, check. I'm gonna check the river here, and Daniel checks back. Queen 9 for the straight. Wow, and it's good. Daniel is. That is not bad, Daniel. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the check back. Obviously, because I could have a boat. I mean, that's just respect to me, I guess. But I'm not ever checking a boat at that point in my life. Maybe if now, you know. But I'm never checking a boat. I think I might check a jack there, though. You know? If I'm really like, if I'm playing at the best of my game back then, I think I would check a jack to be like, I just fucking check raised out of position a pro. You know? On the river. Everybody loves to be a show off sometimes. Oh, what happens? Something exposed. Oh, everybody's standing up. Stretching the legs, sure. Long night. It's gotta be like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. at this point. Long night. Victor's falling asleep. He's all in. Daniel says no. Daniel in the small, Robin in the big. I'm under the gun. We look down at a hand that we like, and we're gonna think about it. No, we are not gonna oblige this time. Rami was ready though. Rami was ready to play. He's gonna come in for a 240 and take it down uncontested. I haven't seen Rami lose a hand yet. I really haven't, and I think we have him covered though on chips. I mean, really, everybody here is pretty. It's got a pretty good amount of chips. I would say that Victor. Oh, here we go. What is this board? This board is a 7, 10. And I decided I wanted to play. We're gonna bet out 200K. Get a call. The return is the 5 of clubs, bringing a club draw. Melissa is gonna lead out for about 400K, and I think I am done here. I am. Melissa takes down a nice pot there. But now I am refueled with Pepsi, and it is all over. Hyped up on caffeine, I think I can do it. We are going to go for first. Victor takes down a pot uncontested with ace jack off. Daniel decides he's going to take a nap. I'm going to straighten out my chips just so they're pretty for the camera. And we are going to see another hand that we do not like, so we will fold over to C1. Mr. Rami, who will call. And Melissa says no more calling. We are going to raise and take it down. Again, this is 2 times as fast as normal life speed. So, welcome to the second dimension where things are 2 times as fast. And amateurs can win poker tournaments. So when Melissa takes that long, it's actually like a really long tank, you know. She's actually like tanking twice as long. Anyways, we get another classic Victor versus Daniel hand, where Daniel and them are going to see a flop, and one of the two are going to take it down uncontested, this time it being Daniel. Blinds are getting up there, guys. Big money. We're talking big pay jumps here now. I mean, we're guaranteed to hit to make 18-5. Victor's checking out everybody's stacks here. Flop is 3 hearts, king of hearts, 6 of clubs, 9 of spades. I decided I wanted to play. Victor had raised pre-flop. I had called. Then the river. He checks and I jam. And I take down a huge pot. Victor is not happy there. The reason being is I just took off a huge. He was betting 500K each time. If you noticed, he had another full stack of whites, and they are all over next to me now. Basically, what happened was. I had a flush draw at 8-9, then 8-9 of hearts. I had the flush draw, turned a pair, and he was barreling so hard that I couldn't give up at this point. And then on the river, I hit my 2 pair, 8-9, and once he checked, I just jammed it. And he was able to fold queens, which was amazing. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about that hand. He asked me after what I had there. He bluffs me off a pot later because he's mad at me. And I asked him if he bluffed me, and he said, "Yeah, I didn't have anything." He's like, "I get on tilt when I have to fold queens." And I was like, "Oh, you folded queens that hand?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he asked me, he was like, after we got off the table, he asked me, he's like, "Would you have that hand?" And I told him I had a flush draw, turned a pair, rivered the 2 pair. I think this is the hand that he bluffs me here. Like he's mad. This is a pro. You're never gonna know if he's mad or not. Oh yeah, this is the hand because I had the king 8 again of hearts, and I bets out. I think he bets out 250. I call. Turn is a queen. Brings it over to my top pair. I check it to him. He knows. He also probably could have some 5-7 in his range. He bets out big too. Then goes into bluff stance mode. And with the king 8 of hearts, I think we're gonna get rid of it. No back doors, just a good old pair of 8s, which is good because he tells me he bluffs me, but we're gonna let it go because we have a lot of chips. And I show face. Oh, it wasn't hearts. Why did I think it was hearts? Because the first one was hearts. I forget when I asked him if he bluffed me. I thought it was right after, but apparently it was a couple hands or so. Once he gets some of his chips back. But yeah, after that hand, because he was barreling so hard, 500K up each time with his queens, he's just running so hot. Ace queen. He actually just pushed me into second place there in chip chips wise. In chips wise. As you can see, my stack of whites is higher than my stack of, not by much, by like 400,000, 300,000, above the 20K. Oh, right here is where he's asking me, we're all laughing and stuff. Where I asked him if he bluffed me or not. And yeah, it was funny. Robin is continuing to not give a shit about this tournament. He's literally been on his phone the whole time, probably telling people that he fist bumped the ghost next to him. That's cool. Probably telling his buddies and stuff that he's indeed, he's guaranteed some big money. And yeah. Victor has told me he has bluffed me, so I think at this point he's probably just giving up on the tournament. He probably just not trying to get. What am I doing? What am I doing? What's happening? I'm in a hand now. Oh man, Victor's folding. I raised 250. I made it. Sure. Flop is Queen 10 7. I think it's a rainbow. I don't think that's a Queen of Clubs. It could be the Queen of Clubs though. Very hard to tell. I apologize. Daniel's gonna call 350. Turn is the 7 of diamonds. Rainbow board still. 600,000 is the bet into Daniel. Oh, Daniel must have check raised because Melissa's on the. Check raised. Daniel must have checked because Melissa is on the button. And yes, Daniel's in a check call. And Daniel is going to check fold once Melissa shows a pair of queens. Daniel's on some type of draw. Victor's doing the tango over there. Not the tango. Some type of aerobics. Zumba. I don't know what happened to Rami, guys. He had so many chips. Those look like double stacks of, so probably a milli each in those orange. 1, 2, 3 milli. And then those are 100,000s. No, those can't be milli. Those are probably like 750K stacks. So it's probably 1.5 in orange he's got there. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 400,000. So it's 1.9. It's only got like 2 million there. I don't know what happened. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that will be that. We are going to discuss a deal, and at the end of the deal, we are going to walk away with a nice and juicy $50,000. We made a deal 6 ways. I ended up taking second, which was awesome. But then the COVID happened and poker went goodbye-bye. And we really need to bring it back, guys. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that. Everybody needs to just go out there and get vaccinated, and let's fucking make poker great again. That's going to do it for your 2019 Foxwoods 500K guaranteed Summer Open, where your guy, McFloppity, took second place amongst the pros. Yeah, we made a deal, but it was good exposure to the game. We learned a lot, and we got to put, more importantly, got to put pros in some tough spots. We actually took a few people out. We played fearless, and we took the dub. Unfortunately, we couldn't take a second trophy, but cash money is fine with me, guys. Until next time, I will see you guys on the felts. It's your boy, McFloppity. McFloppity out. Peace, people. It sound right, boy.